last card of this series, and we're looking at the King of Cups and the symbolism around him. So the King of Cups is the master of the emotional realm, and he embodies emotional maturity, compassion and balance. So the King of Cups depicted here sitting on a stone throne that floats or stands in the middle of a turbulent sea. So the throne here, the placement of the throne on the water is indicating that his ability to remain stable and in control, even when emotions are hectic or high. It's highlighting his mastery over emotional turbulence and his capability to maintain composure and calm. So the cup in his hand symbolises his command over emotions and relationships, and it represents his deep understanding of the emotional realm. Unlike the Queen of Cups, who holds a more ornate cup symbolising introspection and nurturing, the King's cup is simpler, indicating clarity and directness in dealing with emotions, signifying his authority and power. And this represents his control and authority not only over his emotions but also over the emotional atmosphere of those around him. It indicates his ability to lead with empathy and emotional intelligence. He has a calm expression on his face, often seem to be denoting a calm, serene expression, with a kind of smile which gives a look of deep understanding. So this indicates emotional stability, wisdom and the ability to empathise without becoming overwhelmed. It shows his capacity to maintain inner peace even in difficult situations. In the card you can see there is a fish and the ships in the background floating on the water. And the fish symbolises intuition, spirituality and the flow of the subconscious. The ships represent journeys and movement, suggesting that he navigates emotional depths with grace and ease, guiding others through their emotional journeys as well. So he's clothed in the colours of blue and yellow. And blue represents his emotional depth, wisdom and calm nature, whilst yellow indicates clarity of thought, optimism and a balanced mind. So together these colours symbolise his harmonious integration of intellect and emotions. So how might the King of Cups show up in a reading? So the King of Cups represents a calm, compassionate, authoritative kind of figure. He has a deep understanding of his own emotions, as well as he has an ability to navigate the emotions of others with sensitivity and care. He's both empathic and grounded, and he is capable of offering guidance and support without being overwhelmed by his own emotions or the emotions of another person. He is the full embodiment of emotional maturity and emotional intelligence. The King of Cups is a natural leader, and he's able to lead through care and compassion and emotional balance. So in a reading, he highlights the importance of emotional intelligence, emotional balance, trusting our intuition, but still asserting boundaries and approaching situations with sensitivity, care and understanding. Very stabilising figure, because he is somebody that you can go to in a crisis, and he isn't going to be overwhelmed by what it is that you're in crisis about. He's going to be able to offer you the best advice from a rational mind, because he's able to control his emotions while doing so, but also still with empathy and compassion for your situation. He always acts with kindness and wisdom. So Very similar to the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups also can show up as a person who has been on a massive healing journey, and he is now at the point where he has done a lot of work. He's learned a lot about himself. He's also learned a lot about emotions, and he has healed a lot of things within himself to be where he is now, where he's found emotional balance with peace and contentment through understanding and being able to honour his emotions while not allowing them to take over. So the king could actually show up as a counsellor, a mediator, a doctor, a healer at the top of their profession, maybe a psychiatrist, psychologist, a teacher. So the King of Cups might show up in a reading when there is a situation that requires you to be able to handle the situation with emotional intelligence without getting overwhelmed, where you're able to kind of be a mediator, stay impartial. So if there's a conflict or a situation at work where things have happened, you may be called in to try and help sort things out. And it may be about you needing to have the ability to hold different perspectives and understand two sides of a situation, to find a common ground. So this could be with you and another person, or you could be the person mediating for other people. He can show up as somebody in a leadership position, but it's somebody that doesn't, who leads with authority, but also still has that empathy and compassion for the people he's leading with. So he considers their emotions when he leads. It's not just about reaching an outcome or the goal that he's trying to lead you to. Although the Cups is very much more heart kind of centered, and often it'll be more about following the heart over the head, when the King of Cups shows up, he actually encourages us to follow both heart and head, because he is very much about balance. He doesn't rush into situations because of his emotions. He's not too over emotionally led. He's able to connect with his emotions and honour them, but at the same time he's very logical, and he's able to see where sometimes, you know, we still need to think logically and have a rational mind over a situation. So whereas the Queen of Cups may lean more towards following the heart over the head, the King of Cups would be a very kind of down the middle, very balanced way of looking at it. So he's able to still say, you know, we need to honour our heart, we need to look at what our emotions are telling us, but we still need to bring that logic in too. He's very, very balanced. Because he is the master of his realm, he would show up to indicate somebody who is a master in the realm of emotion or creativity. So it could be somebody who is a well-established artist who creates very passionately, and who is able to show what he means through his art. Somebody well known, or maybe a singer, or somebody that makes music. He can definitely show up as a mentor or a teacher. You may encounter a teacher who helps you to navigate a difficult period, who can offer valuable insights. So he could show up to represent that person. Often this would be somebody that can have empathy, because they can offer insight to you due to having maybe previously been where you are and having the same difficulties as you're having now, particularly around a creative project or something you're trying to learn, and they can help you to navigate through that because they have now mastered that. In relationships, the King of Cups emphasises the importance of emotional intelligence between two people in relationships, and he encourages you to, so you may be in a situation where you're being encouraged to be sensitive towards the person that you're in a relationship with. This could be a partner, a friend, or a family member, and he could be showing up to it to say that right now you need to have some empathy, and you need to be able to have a willingness to listen, to strengthen your relationship and deepen your connection.